Thank you. Good.
All right, let me know when to begin.
You're free to go. Go ahead. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We began last session in the depths of a cave, the giant spider who lived there ready to make a meal of us. In this game from Anariel's memory, the others took on the forms of her childhood friends. Margot a deer, Zayn a weasel, Irene a boar, and Tigran a raven. All chose valiantly to fight beside Anariel despite her urging them to flee. And that choice cost them their lives time and time again. But Inariel chooses to bring them back, although they often return in a horrific state. It took the boar and the deer both begging to be spared this torment for her to choose to let them truly die. She comes back to herself then, and no one else remembers the experience. Zayn is hesitant for the final path, knowing it's his. We move in darkness uh, before there are 5 candles in front of us, and we are transported far from one another. Zayn risks it all to warn us, calling out, "Don't let the crow see you. You have to keep the candle lit." In response, the crows at the gates caw, and we hear a low, deep growl beneath our feet. The bagman suddenly looms huge and grotesque behind each one of us. We have to choose whether to move in fear or in strength towards the gates with our lit candles, and the bagman is always close behind. Miraculously, we all make it to the gates and use our flames to burn the ropes keeping them closed. Thinking the final game is over, we all move ahead across the bridge, only for the bagman, now towering at a height we hadn't yet seen, waiting for us ahead.
Thank you. Now, I know we're not going to be getting into the rest of the combat and whatnot, but just for people who had little notes or little things they just wanted to kind of say something that they remembered. Um, does anyone have anything that was well done? So please take your inspiration, um, or 50 gold if you already have inspiration. Um, and
Inspiration. Thank you.
yeah, anyone have anything they want to say?
I don't think so. I think that was perfect.
Do too. Okay. All right. I think today we'll be able to get through everyone. I'm gonna have little breaks in between just because I have little bits of setup. Um, I can tell you that we are going to be starting with an order of Zayn, and then Anariel, and then Margot, and then Irene for last. So I will go ahead and invite you guys over to Albert for now. And while there isn't a close up picture, this is just sort of a template for what's to come. Great. I am recording for mobile. And I'll ask for just a moment of silence and then I'll start. Zayn and Ariel, Margot, Irene, and Tigran find themselves unlocking the gates that would allow them to pass into wherever is from here. Whatever gets them further away from the beasts that follow them, that stalk them. Burdens, regrets, fears. Through these gates, the players then see each other, discombobulated from fear, from the regret, all these emotions passing through them, looking at each other, seeing themselves as these adult versions, realizing and feeling that this is who they are now. Some memories rush to their brains. Some of those same fears, burdens, or regrets. All of them before seeing the bagman, but not before they lived them. At least for a moment. Before dealing what was in front of them. Zayn, there is a seaside hamlet built on a desolate and stony island miles from the mainland. It's called Stonefield Wharf. You've heard about this place before coming here. You see, long ago, a clan of halflings, they sailed here, where it said not a single blade of grass had ever grown. Halflings stacked every rock on the island into fieldstone walls, divided the barren land into small plots. You learned that after asking around in the mainland. Before heading here, you had a parchment in your hand, a monster that lived here. This is in between your time from Bohemia to where you would eventually find yourself in the myths. In your travels, they took you from maybe place to place, village to city to town, and now you are finding yourself here on this wharf. Can I ask, what was Zayn looking for? What was his overall goal again, and what has he seen in the past? And before I tell you what's on the parchment, I just want you to just tell me what Zayn had been looking for truly.
Yeah. Zayn, of course, being a set out from Prohenia as a dragon knight, had for the past years since he had left his home, truly only one goal in mind, maybe two. The first of which is to seek glory. To seek glory, to seek a story, to seek a legacy, and to bring it home. To bring it home, to share with his people, and to add to the legend of the hero. The hero who was revered by his people, almost a religious zeal amongst those from Bohemia. A story accounted amongst which everyone that had ever left Prohenia and come back added to this tale. Tales that were told to the kids the same as they were told to the adults. Stories that, since he was young, had set him on this path of knighthood. What more could he want than to add to this story? And that is what he hopes to find here. Perhaps a meeting with the halflings, perhaps to slay the beast inside. Perhaps something he doesn't even yet know of. As a mystery is just as good of a story. He's come all this way, having previously traveled with a group called the Home of the Third. A small guild of scholars and low-class adventurers. A group of monster hunters, looking both to study and hunt the creatures that they found in the wilderness. And though he has departed from them, his time spent monster hunting is not so far behind him that he is not keen still to take up a similar challenge.
Looking for this new challenge, this maybe new monster, or this new story to tell on your journey to the hero. You see in your hand the writings of a monster hunter. A group of halflings here has called for one, though not many come off to this island, as though many could not be troubled with the amount of gold or silver that these halflings could even carry. While they farm, they don't farm well. While they fish, they don't fish well. But they like their quiet life here. You see that today, the halflings of today, well, their Stonefield Wharf cultivates thousands of different strains of luxurious grass on the plethora of tiny plots. And while they raise their sheep on all grass diets, they sell great wool here. The patchwork green plots of Stonefield Island contain the best fed sheep and, again, the best quality wool. See, that's all they got. You find yourself here at the Old Fig Pub, from where you seek to find information on this bounty, on this monster, only called by that same name. The Old Fig Pub is open. Halflings see some travelers here and there, perhaps collecting pelts, collecting pay from some merchant or some shop nearby that they don't really get scared of you, save the children who see your sword, who see a man dressed in all metal walking around. But the Old Fig Pub is here. If you guys refresh your Albert radio, you'll probably see the new scene in front of you. And the doors are there for you, Zion.
Yeah, Zayn will push in through the doors, and as he's been walking through the town and seeing the young one's reactions to his weaponry, and perhaps turning a shy gaze away. He'll try to wave to them, to bow his head, to walk with a little bit of a hunch in his stature, maybe seem a little smaller, less intimidating to the small folk, um, trying to present himself as friendly and keen rather than an intimidating presence in the wharf. As he enters the inn, what does he see? What is the? Is it
Hmm.
full up? Is it later in the
Yeah.
day? Not so many people.
So you'll find yourself where the sun is maybe about to set in about an hour or so. You can see it off in the distant mountains of the mainland um, that kind of circle this small island, this smaller island. Um, Inside the tavern, this inn, you'll see that there are about 4 halflings here. One of which stands on this sort of elevated bar. Um, uh, they uh, they walk around on this, sort of like stair created little pathways, and that way they could serve drinks at human level um, uh, when needed. You'll see that they see you from farther away, and they say, "Ah, new man, what brings you here?" And you'll see this sort of older halfling. It's hard to see them being old and carrying a beard, but this one does, and this one even tucks it into its shirt. It might be too long. And you'll see them climb up the steps and then get to human level before they see you. It's at least taller level. And they'll see you again and say, wait for your answer as you walk in. 4 of these other halflings, they're drinking their mead, minding themselves. 2 of them talk to each other.
Pleasant greetings to you, my fellow. That is quite the ingenious contraption you have built into the bar. I have never been in a land so filled with your people. I imagine you see my kind quite often, though.
Well, often enough I had it made. Thank you.
And good it was to be made. Ingenious, truly. Tell me, are the drinks strong here? Strong enough for a man of my kind?
I'd lie if I said they were. You'd have to drink 2 more beers, but that's good for our pockets. And he'll laugh.
Yeah. Zion will laugh as well through the helm. Perhaps I will take you up on this. Drink and coins, as it were, after business has concluded.
A businessman with such shiny armor. Tell me.
Yes.
You come
I'm
from
hoping to
Monster.
make it. I have, and hoping to make my armor a bit less shiny, if you know what I mean.
Well, if you were a good one, then you wouldn't come here. Excuse my manners. I'm a couple cups full of the old meat. He'll pat his belly. My name is Gottfried. And yours?
Zain of the land of Prohinia. Beautiful Prohinia.
Well, I'm Gottfried.
Have you ever heard of this place?
No, I have not. I haven't expected much of you. Perhaps maybe he'll count his fingers. He gets past 10. He goes a little bit more. He says, perhaps 16 of you.
From Prohinia or just a human?
Just a human. Not a lot of you come and visit us. The list of you are nice. So I tried to pick it out of you. See why you're truly here, but I see you're here for coin.
Well, the coin is nice too, of course, but should I be able to defeat this monster of yours, I would be lying if I said it was payment enough, but it is quite the reward, you see.
You ought to talk to those 2 men over there. You see them. They're already staring at you.
Which one? The short ones? Just a joke.
No, this is good. This is good. You'll survive here. Dasteg! Your man's here. And he'll point you the way, and he'll say, they are more scared of you than you are of them. Have at it. And make sure to grab 2 drinks the next time you're in.
Indeed. Perhaps I buy one now for the table. Perhaps make the coming conversation a bit more pleasant.
Perhaps you buy 2. Him and his
Who
friend
it is?
Fulsud. Well, they like a drink.
Who doesn't?
He'll give you up 2 drinks. And he'll say their favorites, the regulars. Push them on towards you, and you almost engulf the cup in your hand. It's small.
How much do I owe you?
He says, 5 silver. 10 silver if you're nice.
10 silver.
10
Perhaps we call it 8. And I'll give you one of these in the meanwhile. Then Zain will reach into his coin pack, pull out 8 silver, and from that same, bandolier strap pocket on his chest, he will also pull out one of his Bohemian coins. He'll slide all of them on the table and say, though that one may not spend here, it is a coin of my people. Something to remember me by. Remember the human that bought the drinks and slayed the monster.
He'll grab it, he'll take a bite out of it, and he'll say, quality!
Indeed.
Must be good armor.
Much like the people and the armor and the weapons, everything of Proinia is quality. You will see this yourself when I drag the beast by the neck back in here.
Very well. And so he steps away from that taller bar stoop, and he'll move himself back to where he was, drying some glasses.
Yeah, and Zain will take the drinks and head to the table. And he'll say, hello, I was told those seeking to have business with the monster could find it with you. Something to wet the whistle for both of you.
Well, we appreciate that, Monster Hunter. I'm Dasteg, this is Fusid. Thank you for the
Zain
drink.
of Prohinia. And it is my pleasure.
Please, scoot over Fusid. Let the man sit. Fusid's silent. You'll see he has scars about his face, and though they've healed, he just looks like he has a grimace most of the time. This is explained to you by Dasteg. He says, so that's just how he looks. Don't mind him. He's a good man.
I do not judge them by their looks. Though I must say that some of those scars leave quite the honorable expression on your face, dare I say. A man who has survived many battles, perhaps.
Fusid will lift his cup, and then almost in honor, and then will then drink to it. Dasteg says, so you're here for the beast.
The beast and the glory that comes with it, perhaps. And a couple coins won't hurt as well, should I be successful.
Well, a couple coins we have. But, better yet, we have some fine wool, we have some fish, and we have some herbs to help, well, wet the whistle, if you also will.
Of course.
So,
Now, please, what can you tell me about this beast?
this beast, well, this beast has been a part of this land for a long time. He'll have eventually call your name. He says, Zayn, you don't take me as one who gets scared much often.
No.
Or perhaps you wear the mask on your face to hide it. But, and he'll face will come back from that laugh, that chuckle, and he'll say, perhaps it's good I don't see the fear in your eyes. This beast has lived on this island, if not longer than the halflings who first came here are pioneers, so to speak. Then perhaps just at the same time or among them. What you face is a creature who has been waiting patiently for time and time to pass as it fed and fed all of these years, and now we cannot ignore it. And now it has taken hunters. You aren't the first to step in here. You are the first to buy us drinks. You wouldn't be the first to laugh in our face as you head off to your death. But I hope you would be the first to heed this warning truly. You face an old tale of a monster, one not written or scared about, probably in your mainlands, probably where you hailed from. This is a Dror Kaluk. I'll just go ahead and post that name right here for you.
I do not believe I have heard of its ilk, though I traveled with monster hunters for a time.
This one is a demon. And let me give you some background information as to what demons are. In your time with your camp of monster hunters, remind me their name.
The Home of the Third.
The Home of the Third. They spoke to you a bit about demons. There are traditional demons that might be confused for fiends, really, right? These more fiendish imp types, creatures that have snuck past the hells to find themselves in our plane, some that have been conjured up, and some that live amongst us. But there are other demons. Demons, true to name, that almost come to be because of feelings, because of resentments and angers. Things that, well, are sort of the originators of atrocities that you may have heard of in far across lands when they talk about a demon becoming so powerful that they have left a village wiped out completely. That which then travels to more and more and more, but can be seen as a folk's tale to most, almost saying that, well, of course it was a group of raiders that destroyed this village, right? Of course that this village was on a downturn already, and it was hit with a blight. But there's those who believe that there was a personification of this that went from town to town, that followed a person, that was a person, that their simple presence had destroyed places. And even the third, even they aren't sure if it's real. But nonetheless, it's thought about until they inevitably find an imp, until they inevitably find a corruption in just the governing body of a small village, to which they find that, well, the monsters, they were just conjured up out of people's ill intentions. when you hear that this is a demon, you see and you hear and you see in his voice that this man, he speaks not of an imp. He speaks not of someone casting foul witchcraft nearby. He looks at you stone cold, and he almost wants to pierce through your mask to see your eyes. The Drorkaluk is an old tale. At first, our land was, well, it was taken. The herbs that we had were plentiful, but eventually the herbs had rotted. Blight has been cast upon our land. The only select herbs we have held, we're throwing them at you to deal with this. Our sheep and wool, well, we've cut out the corrupted portions, the ones from which black blood had not stained them. The fish we offer are the ones who have not bloated, the ones who have not, well, have not infected others with their carcass, half-eaten floating among our waters, among our fishing traps. We offer you the last that we have, Zain, to find this Drorkaluk. And to kill them. Save our
Zayn
land.
will. Zayn will think about what he's been told for a moment. Indeed, though he did spend time with monster hunters, though he does have his training from his homeland and some experience under his belt, just from the stories and the description this man gives, perhaps the state of the hamlet itself, the meager reward that can be given, Zayn understands inherently that this will likely be the hardest thing he's ever done. Indeed, the hardest thing he's ever done alone. In this moment, he is glad that he tucked his hands under the table instead of laying them upon, as he feels a quiver come about his extremities. He clenches them tightly, takes in a breath, and steadies himself before responding. Tetrokuluk. I understand what it is you say to me. I understand the danger and what is at stake. I do not go into this challenge with bravado or ego. At least, I hope not to. I wish to free your people from this fate that has been set upon them. Glory, though it may be, to complete this challenge. I wish to see your people thrive again. I have been here for less than a day, and in that time I have been offered hospitality, a smile, a joke, friendship. I want to return. How can I do this if there is nothing to return to? I will defeat the monster I will kill the Tororkaluk. And I will return this place to its beauty. On my honor, as a Dragon Knight of Prohinia. This I vow.
He nods his head. Let me tell you where to find them. He tells you that you must pass through the rest of this the rest of this path through the village. That eventually you'll hit an end where some trees become in your way. In through the trees and through this, I wouldn't say forest exactly, but this mile of trees that have not been lumbered and destroyed, as you have walked by some that have been potentially a new place where crops would perhaps eventually be grown, where fences are put up, unused for new sheep. While you travel through, I tell you to go and walk until you hit a beach. This beach, well, it's a beautiful sight. There is no mainland across from the view here. There is simply the ocean. They tell you that the beast is a woman. You think about it on your way here, remembering it. This beast, this woman, has been seen by many of the villagers, these halflings. They have been seen eating crops on all fours at first. Then later, once sheep started to go missing, well, they saw her eating their raw meat. Some said they see her nearby their fishing traps. That she grabs it from the water. That she had eventually evolved into keeping it alive so she can consume whatever gurgles the fish can muster in their dying heaves. That this lady is a beast and she had consumed the crops. Whatever she's done to them has left the ground blighted. That she had consumed the sheep, what she has done to them has left them without their wool and their means to live. What she has done to the fishes has taken from them the very sustenance they need to survive. And that soon, that they're worried, that so soon, she will grow bold enough to take them. And they seek you to slay her before she consumes them. And so you make it to this beach. And you look for this human. And you find her. Eventually. You see a woman. She is barefoot. She sort of stares and stands looking at the ocean. She'll look over at you, almost seeming to wear just enough clothes to stay warm. And as she looks at you and pans over to you, she then looks back at the ocean. There's not a sense of evil here. You don't feel it. You don't see the
Zayn,
monster that they have all propped her up to be.
Zayn will, standing near the tree line and slowly approaching the woman, a hand finds its way, creeping up just behind him, just above his head, wrapping around the heft of his axe to draw it clear. But standing before this woman, feeling no devilish keenness or demonic anger, no aura, no malice, no cause for threat or intent. His hand unwraps itself from the heft and comes down. Still, an arrow remains in the contraption on his arm, a last defense, perhaps, should it come to blows. But what kind of man would he be if he did not at least try to talk first? He'll get within, say, 30 feet of the woman before he speaks up. Hello. Will you tell me your name?
She'll look at you. What does your childhood friend look like?
Yana is beautiful, to say the least. Beautiful and strong and when Zayn looks at Yana, when Zayn thinks of her in his mind, it almost feels as if he's looking at the sun, but without the sting, without the pain, only the warmth, only the glow. Helped, of course, by her orange, almost red hair. Helped by her smile that seems to light up whatever room she enters. A smile that tells you that even in the worst moments, everything is gonna be okay. Paired with almost sea green eyes. Eyes that carry a softness even when barking orders or commanding soldiers or training or sparring. A woman that Zayn looked up to from the moment he met her till the moment that they split paths. That's what she looks like.
She responds, Lydia. And then you realize she just looks enough like her. Save the brown hair, save a birthmark, the brown eyes. Just enough to make you see Yana for a moment.
And sorry, what was her name again?
Lydia.
Lydia.
And she'll say, and yours?
Zayn of Rohingya. And his words don't carry the same grandeur as they usually do when introducing himself. It's almost flat, almost embarrassed to say this title, as if she should already know it.
She'll look back out at the ocean. She almost has her hand, like one arm crossed, holding the elbow, while the other one just kind of droops down beside her body and She's just staring off out into the ocean.
This is one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen. I can see why you spend your time here.
She said this whole place used to be beautiful.
Zain will take a few steps forward and say, Lydia, will you tell me about how it used to be?
I remember that. The whole island was beautiful. Trees about. The animals that lived here, they had their own special quirks because they were far away enough from the mainland. Birds that sung songs that you'd never hear anywhere else. They sung them here. Fish that, without the fear of those taking them, they grew the most intricate scales, and they shined with colors that the sun set upon them, gifted them, that you could see, and you could see something new every night, a new color.
I am sorry to have missed such a beautiful place. The people I grew up with, you see, a sect of them tended to the forests around us, druids in the common tongue. I enjoyed my time with them and grew a fondness for the natural way of things myself. But just because something changes does not mean it is any less beautiful. The people that have come to live here are happy and diverse and care for others. They welcomed me into their home. They welcomed me to conversation and drink and coin. The beauty of this place may have changed, but it is no less prevalent, should you know where to look.
She'll breathe deeply. She'll ask if you're a monster hunter.
I don't know if I would call myself this, though I spent some time with them, yes. I spent some time with druids and priests, though I would call myself neither. I am here because the people of this place asked for help. The people of this place wish to see their children grow up, be happy, not live in fear. I wish to, whatever is the cause of this, I wish to put a stop to it.
Well, then it's me.
It does not have to be. It does not have to be you. It does not have to be this.
This village, they're gluttonous. They have taken and taken and taken from this island. More and more. More and more, they can't get enough. And they can barely live, yet they choose to take from here to help them live that much longer. While everything around them wastes. They need to leave.
They need to learn. They need to understand the way that you see things, the way that I see things. They need to hear what you have told me. They need to understand. You can help me make them understand.
Am I supposed to learn from your words?
No. If I were any sort of teacher, I do not believe I would find myself standing before you. Perhaps, at least, until take a few more steps towards her, probably within 10 feet now. Perhaps you would not take words from a teacher, but from a friend, a potential one, at least. One who wishes to see the beauty of this place return to itself.
You want to take two, Zayn. You want to take from this island too.
You're right. You're right. I came here because there was gold to win and glory to gain. I came here because the people of this place promised me a reward for slaying a monster. But that is not what I see when I look at you, Lydia. It is not what I see when I hear what you have to say about the beauty of this place. A monster cannot know beauty. A monster cannot know. Well, I've come out here to find a monster. And if you are it, and if you will not just come to the table, then I beg you not to make me do what I have to do. Just give it one chance. Just one chance.
You can't have everything, Zayn.
I have been told this before, and yet I continue to try. Please, allow me to try one more time. And he'll take another step forward.
You can't have everything, Zayn. You can't have everything. And the villagers can't have everything. And maybe Maybe if I take everything from you all, maybe that'll show you. Maybe that will prove it to you.
Why did you have to say that? And his hand will reach up for his axe.
Zayn, you are marked. You don't die here.
Between you and me, I hope you are correct. And he will attempt to bring his axe down upon her.
In like a split second, she is behind you. Her hand on your shoulder. And just says it one last time. You can't have everything. And you feel this sense of delirium, this overwhelming pressure in your head to fall asleep. And in a moment, the swing of the axe, the power of it, makes you fall over.
And he'll fall. He'll fall, and as he falls, he'll try to get one more look at her. And as his vision goes hazy, though she looked like Ayana before, the resemblance is nothing as it was compared to now. It's her. He would swear on all the gods it's her. But maybe that's just what he wants to see as he falls unconscious.
You wake up during the night. The waves have now started to hit your armor. High tide coming in, you feel disoriented. But then it all hits you. The feeling, the danger, her words.
Zion will groggily pick himself up out of the sand and water and silt, watching it drain from different parts of the coupled metal as he stands up once again, grabbing his axe from where it had become buried in the sand, still held aloft by the force of his swing. He'll wrench it from the sand and take a look around. Is she anywhere to be seen?
She's gone. But the footsteps before you, well, they haven't been hit by the tide yet. You see those same footsteps lead into the forest and what would be the only way back to the village.
Zayn feels the blood in his veins turn to ice. If he was capable of movement before, it has been robbed from him. The warmth of the armor, the warmth of the sun that came before it, gone from this place. His stomach almost tying itself into knots as he considers what might have become of the people already. Though the steps have not been washed yet, perhaps there is still time. If any gods, if anything, are looking upon him now, he hopes that there is something that may halt her step for but a moment. Give him time to catch up. Give him time to save the people of this place. And he'll find his strength, and he'll set off after her.
You rush to the village. And the closer and closer you get, the quieter and quieter it gets. And then you smell it in the air. You smell the rot in the air. You walk past the sheep that were alive. Where they once bleated, they now just bleed. You smell it, and it smells as though it's been there for days. And you walk forward more, and you can see the flies built up on the windows. You can see them hovering over the doorways, in and out. You can see moths that cover the lanterns now only begin to fly away once you approach just enough to then cover any light that would be out here. Well, they have burned out long ago. The lanterns can't find, or the moths cannot find the light. You cannot find the light. But only your sense of smell drags you closer and closer to the inn. As you find your way in, you smell it compounded in here. It is 6 or 7 bodies consumed, eaten, their life taken from them by bites, and they are left here rotting. All of the villagers have been killed. This much is clear.
Zayn, walking into the inn and seeing the putrid remains of his defeat, of victory not won, cost too high, people he didn't know, and yet people who would never know anyone again. In this moment, he can only imagine what their last moments were like as the sanguine bile fills his nostrils. What could their last moments have been like? Was the innkeeper, was he perhaps hopeful for once? The two others at the table that Zayn had bought drinks for, could they have thought him promising? Could they have finally thought that they had found a winner? Some hope, some joy that things would finally return to a happy state, that they could raise their children, that they could raise their animals in peace and tranquility. How these hopes and these dreams and these emotions must have been dashed as the first scream slid up through the village, as the first lights of life had been snuffed out. Does Zayn see the innkeeper or the two halflings?
They are 3 of the 7.
And is there any trace, any track of the monster?
It would be the bloody footprints that lead out from this inn.
Zayn
That move towards a dock that overlooks the mainland.
A moment of zealous anger burns within his chest, wanting to immediately stomp from the inn and confront this beast, this demon. But he stops himself and he looks back at the bodies of those that had spoken to him. He takes a step forward and drops to a knee, bowing his head and wishing their souls a soft rest. He'll then stand from his spot. Though the reward is gone, the thought of it has been driven as far from Zayn's mind as it could possibly be. This is no longer about gold, nor glory, nor anything of that sort. This is vengeance. This is doing what's right. This is justice in the purest of names. These people took to this land and made ill of it, perhaps, but should that have come at the cost of their lives? Of their children's lives? No, it can't have. It shouldn't have. And with these thoughts in mind, he will continue the tracks.
You find yourself looking at the dock, this long dock, the boat ready to go, and you see that she stands on the dock, bloodied now. I mean, it's no longer dripping from her fingertips, but she still has an arm crossed. She is drenched in blood, and she is standing in moonlight where the sun once stood.
Zayn, with his axe and shield already drawn and readied. The Knight of Prohenia is going to scrape the blade along the metal upon his knee, and with that action, the magical crystals that glint from the axe are going to catch light, the blue flame glow that has served him in many a battle. here and beyond, lighting up perhaps half his form darkly in the moonlight, giving shade to the other half of his figure. And wordlessly, he will begin to step towards her. This thing had its chance. This thing had its moment to talk, to come to terms, to come to peace on this island. Zayn no longer sees Lydia. Through all the blood and all the gore, he no longer sees even a trace of Ayana. Ayana would not do this. Ayana would not let this have come to pass. This is not a someone. This is a something. This is a thing that needs to be removed from the land, lest it continue to spread its poison, its corruption, its death. And he will march forward, ready for the fight, or as ready as he can be.
Yeah. As you move towards her, she'll say, I met her, you know.
Met who?
She says, I've met Yana. Yana Sadine.
You lie. You lie.
Would that make swinging the axe that much easier?
The leather almost cracks and warps under Zayn's grasp as his grip on the axe tightens to near white-knuckled ferocity. He continues to move forward without answering.
She met me when the crops went. And she let me go. But she knew what I was. But she was beautiful. And I've tried my best to capture her body, her face, her beauty.
Though you may look like her, though you may sound like her, you do not know her. You carry none of the warmth that woman exudes. You have none of the strength, none of the compassion, none of the understanding that that woman embodies, that that woman gives to everyone and everything she has ever met. And I have known her only to make a single mistake, leaving you alive.
You know, I was wrong. You can have everything. The villagers are gone, and then I'll be gone, and then this island will be left alone. Because you're going to tell everyone about this story. And everyone will know the demons and the ghosts that haunt this island, and maybe they'll leave it alone.
The people of this place were not a piece to be moved off the board. The people of this place were not a coin to be flipped. The people of this place's lives and their futures and their legacies and their dreams was not something that you get to take from them. And yet you have done this. The only thing that I can still do for these people is to take you with them. And if he's close enough, he's gonna try and strike. And with that, knowing that she might be trying to come behind him again, as he cuts down, he is going to try to carry the momentum, pull his arm back after the strike, and shoot a bolt behind him in case she appears.
Yeah. And you are surprised when you see she doesn't move at all. The smile on her face as she is cut down, ripped by your axe. She almost has her hands open. You slay her. This devil was not putting up a fight.
Does he have any time as she fades to speak to her?
Yeah.
As the axe comes down and finds his mark, wrenches demonic flesh from demonic bone, splitting her nearly in half with how furious the swing came down. Zayn is going to immediately let go of the axe and try to catch her as she falls. As she dies, as she returns to wherever she's come from, he will simply say, "Not have to be like this. These people, the children, even you, for everything you've done, would have lived." Do yourself a kindness. Whatever waits for you in the next place, do not return to this one, or I will find you again.
She'll try to put a hand up to your helmet, like one would to a face, and and she will fall into ashes in your arms.
And Zayn will sit there for a moment, kneeling in the dust of the battle, if it could even be called such, listening to the waves, the blowing of the wind, to the silence of the village. He's not done here. There's still one more thing he can do for these people. And over the next while, however long it takes, Zayn will dig out graves for the halflings and their children. He'll bury the beasts as well. Entreat nature in what small way he knows how to ask that these graves not be disturbed for whatever his meager prayer gets him and gets them. And after he's done, he'll leave this place.
Your boat will lead back to the mainland. Takes longer to get there. The waves are rougher on the way back. Maybe it just feels longer. In the same way, the villagers are at rest in some way. The island at rest in some way. Even the monster. And we will have Zayn kind of fade off into the fog that leads to the mainland, and we will take a 10-minute break.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
great
Fire.
job.
Fabian, that was amazing.
That was super cool.
Thank you. You did great. You did very great.
Appreciate it. When you said it was a beautiful woman that was the demon, I already knew this wasn't ending well. You got me fucked up, man. Actually, you got me down to a science, which is almost as worse.
Pretty lady.
But lady, sorry, you gotta handle this one dolo. And you know what? The worst part is, if she had been remorseful after everything she'd done, he might have given her another chance. Fuck, man.
You can't have everything, man.
Dude. Why? Why can't I have my cake and eat it too? This world's so fucked up.
You don't always get what you want, but you get what you need.
Get what he paid for, that's for sure. Paid for it in blood this time instead of coin. Fuck. That was so awesome. Damn. Hey, what's she mean by that? What's she mean by the fact that I was marked? What's up with that?
She was just talking shit, surely.
Sure. No, of course. No, you should. I mean, shouldn't read into a demon's words, really.
All right, is everybody back?
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
All right. Hope that was fun.
Yeah, it was alright.
Perfect way to kind of like show you guys what I'm talking about, right? So for everyone else
Absolutely.
down the line, there you go. You're gonna sit with me for a quick second while I order some enchiladas.
Nice.
Quick second. I already know which ones I'm gonna get.
What kind of
Get some for me.
enchiladas we
Get
get?
some for me too, while you're in there.
We're getting the mole enchiladas because I love mole.
Well, it's so fucking good.
What is mole? I don't know if I've had that. Or I've run into that.
It's like basically like a chocolate, sort of like it's not chocolate, but it is but it has like some like chocolate components in it, and it's like a sort of like thick sauce that is cooked in with some peppers.
Interesting. And it comes on the enchilada?
Yeah. So it's just like it's just like it's just thicker sauce. So normally they put like some sort of like red sauce, right, where it's like a bunch of like tomatoes and some chilies or whatever. This one is like a chocolate mixed with a pepper, and it makes like this sort of like a sort of like bitter and like not I wouldn't say sweet. It's like this like a bitter and like peppery type of sauce. It's fucked up because it's kind of like you would explain to people that, oh, that kind of tastes like mole. You know what I mean? So it's very unique.
Mhm. Very interesting. I'll have to look for that right now.
Where in the fuck am my enchiladas? Hello, I ordered you the other day. So
Can you
we're
go to your
doing,
previous orders.
yeah, I'm looking through. We're doing an Ariel next. An Ariel.
What? Who could have guessed? Who could have foreseen?
An Ariel.
Hey.
You excited?
Oh yeah.
You scared?
Need to be.
Like, you should be.
Oh.
And if you ain't, get ready.
Because you're on scare tactic.
I love scare tactics. By the way, I loved scare tactics.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
This is awesome show that was on.
Is that the one with the sheep eyeballs and the needles?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
the
Fear
best
Factor.
one. The best one was that
Oh.
rat and that
Oh.
gay guy with the frosted
Yes,
tips, dude.
yes.
He's like,
That was
Okay,
awesome.
are you okay, little man?
Oh, that was awesome.
That rat and that gay guy.
Oh, God.
We talking about Tigran and Rayfield?
It was
Wait, is this like a? Wait, I remember it now. I remember it now. Okay, scare tactics. You know, I said that right.
You ain't scare tactic, baby.
Oh yeah.
I love like all the description of like scary stuff. It's just like, oh, there was like the eyeball, and there was the rat, and there was the eye. Like, it's like, okay.
I feel like I remember this one where they made them think it was a lab where they were experimenting on people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly
that
that.
one. That was cool.
There was
Yeah.
I need to
that
look this up,
one.
'cause what the fuck you people talking
There was
about?
scare tactics, and then later on they came out with one on MTV called Room 401, I believe, and it was like a little more highly designed special one. Fear Tactics was fucking great though, super awesome, super funny. Even what's his name? Me and Ab are watching Modern Family right now. Cam is a frequent on that one, on Scare Tactics. And they had some people from like Mad TV go on to Scare Tactics to do stuff, to fuck with people, just because they could sell the bit and all that stuff. Super.
Oh
good.
my god, is this the fucking show? So I saw that thumbnail and that scared the shit out of me.
Yes, that's
Yup,
the
that's
exact
it.
episode too. Oh my god.
That is
The rat
their
monster.
most popular clip. So no wonder.
His reaction was so fucking good.
Whatever. I'm ordering a wet burrito. They
Okay.
don't have enchiladas, so I'm getting a wet burrito. Bullshit.
What?
I'm so sorry.
Bullshit world.
I
$10.
mean, but it is so
$10
good.
for guacamole and chips.
1984.
I had to kill them.
Disgusting.
This is
We gotta end
not.
this session right here
This is an
And
actionable.
start planning their demise.
This is an actionable threat. I have the wherewithal.
Dude, that's why I be saying on Overwatch when I threaten people, which I don't do, by the way.
Yes.
But if I were to do it,
If I did it.
yeah.
Oh my.
If the glove had fit, that's exactly what I would have said.
I can imagine Chris being like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then he'd be like, nah, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
man.
about that. I'm not that.
What are we even talking about?
Sorry about that. I'm not gonna do that.
You thought I was serious about that?
The knife is like raised up as I'm saying it. You thought I was serious? What's wrong?
Oh,
You got a brain between those ears? Okay, I'm watching this clip right now. What situation? Because I'm only getting a part of the episode here.
Yeah.
What situation are they presenting these people with?
This is awesome.
That-
This is the best
that
part
they
of it.
don't think this is like a prank. 'Cause
So-
this is like.
I'm ready to just rock you with this one. The fucking So number one, this was back when people weren't hella on the internet, right? They weren't really on the
Okay.
internet like that. This was back when like Motorola Razors were out. Okay, you were waiting for
Mm.
shit to load. Okay, you
I
weren't
had
watching
one.
videos on your phones, right? And while you had computers, it was like old YouTube days. You know what I mean? And like
Mhm.
I'm talking about like when YouTube was in its like golden age, really hitting like with stuff, right? But they didn't have the like niche stuff, and people didn't know how to record this stuff that was on TVs and put it on there, so you couldn't find it. You didn't know about
Oh.
these things, right? Um,
Okay.
what they would do is they would have friends, right? Like, or they would have friends that invited them, like, oh hey, you're looking for a job, right? Oh well, let's get you a job over here. Let's get you a job over here. There's this place, blah blah
Mhm.
blah. And so basically, people were like setting up their friends through scare tactics, right? So scare tactics could reach out to people and be like, "Hey, do you have a friend who's like looking for a job or looking for whatever?" So it's kind of fucked up. But obviously, these people are desperate enough to be in a situation, right?
Oh my
Or they
gosh.
won money or something like that, right? Or so they're just getting paid for the day or whatever, right? Now they are actors, so they're getting paid for their appearance, right? So that's why the people that you'll see there, they're not blurred or not whatever usually, right?
Yeah.
And they're getting paid at least, and so they realize that they're only getting paid for the day or two or whatever, and people were getting Skrilla back then like that. So then that's why people were there at these certain situations, because they're getting money, they're getting paid to be there.
Mhm.
But then they didn't realize that they were going to be fucking with them the whole time. And so
Okay, I
a lot of the
see.
setup is like, hey, so yeah, you're just gonna like the lab assistant one is awesome because they're just like, yeah, honestly, you're just gonna be here, pretty easy job. We just need somebody to like stay here. You're just gonna monitor this thing for a while, and then thus give them the situation. And that's why it was so fucking funny.
Okay.
Mm.
Super fucking good, actually.
That's awesome.
I love scare tactics.
We need to bring this type of thing back, but we need to like go deeper into it because I don't think the average person could get fooled by like an hour of nonsense anymore. Like you bring me into a building and like broken head, I'm gonna think, all right, where's the camera? I need
They
to.
did
So
make something recently like it with
Mhm.
the one of the kids from Stranger Things. He was the host. I don't know if they used the same name, if it was Scare Tactics or not, or if they called it something else. I forget. I'm pretty sure it was on Netflix for a while, but he hosted it and it was literally Scare Tactics. Like it was
Mm.
literally Scare Tactics.
Mm, sick.
It was like
Um,
really recent.
they also came out with a
I
show
need.
around that time where they had one person be a real contestant in like a house kind of thing, um, where it was like a reality show, right? Because they were doing a lot of reality show things where people were like getting eliminated, you know. And so they did one where everybody was an actor except for one guy. And so their whole bit was everybody was just fucking with this guy as these like kind of caricatures of people um pretending to fuck off. But the guy caught on to it in the middle of the show.
Mm.
So it's like so they're trying to salvage it and they'll be like, yeah, he saw like certain things, blah blah blah. And so they fucked up the show. But like
Damn.
such an awesome thing.
Wait, is this Jury Duty or is this another show?
No, that was before Jury Duty, and this was like a long time ago. I
Mm.
saw Jury Duty came out, and then I was just like, "Oh, they're using that idea from back in the day, but like not fucking it up this time."
Mm.
But yeah, that
God,
was
I
like a
miss
long
offensive
time.
Kind of like
TV,
Truman
dude.
Show.
I
Yeah.
miss offensive TV so much, man.
Dude, swear to God,
Crazy,
swear to
Give
God.
me a give me
crazy.
a show like that, but they keep them in the fog for like a year. Give me a show like
I've
that.
been on this.
Japanese show happened. They did that to a guy in a Japanese show.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yep.
What happened?
Kept him in a
That
room. Kept him in a room for
that
like
tracks.
kept him in a room for 1 year. Where they were telling him that number one, he was being televised. He had no idea he was being televised.
Oh my
But
gosh.
he would win money if he had just stayed in the room for 1 year. And so
Yeah.
they were just watching the show of this guy living in this place, and they would cut it up and then just start doing shit to fuck with him in the
Oh my
house, like in the
gosh.
little room that he lived in.
That's
And yeah, they were just doing that to him forever. But then so they did that to him in Japan, obviously, right? But he got a lot of people love him apparently. Like after that, they love
Mm.
him.
Like after
So
the show.
after the show, they love who that person is. But he was so fucked up from the
People love
experience.
Truman.
But he was so fucked up from the
Yeah.
experience that it
Oh
was like
yeah.
that it was
Yeah.
like, you know,
He
he
probably
like
still has dreams about it.
dude,
Can you
yeah,
imagine?
no, for sure. No, I can
He
imagine.
probably has had dreams where he wakes up in that compound and he's like, "Oh my god, everything from the time I left has been a dream."
Mm.
Yeah, no, probably. All right, let's play the game.
Okay.
Woo.
You guys can refresh your owlbear, I think, and see the new scene in front of you. Nariel, there was a time that you lived, at least for a moment, for a break in between your travels from your land across a set of plains. And while many think of plains as peaceful agrarian spaces, you found this to be a dangerous misconception. The plain you found yourself in, well, you know, they had tornadoes and storm fronts on wide open flats. It was wind speeds that even dragons knew to avoid. But there was a town, a city maybe, not as big as a city, but as lively as one. There was a community called Berm, and I'll post that in the chat for you. Berm had learned to embrace and even thrive in the wild climates of their home. Built by a combination of gnomish know-how and dwarven mining techniques, the people of Berm built their town into a series of hills. They drew on the sturdy local plant life and rich soil to create like this natural bulwark against the storms. And you eventually found this mountain. You climbed it. You were invited in. You'll see that there is a whole host of people on wayward paths from one end of the plain to the other, taking shelter here for a moment. People who ran from things, maybe sitting here for longer. In this sort of wayward space for some, and home to, you know, the specific, you know, Burmians, as they'd be calling themselves as a joke. You'd see that there is a sort of Fey Inn. You would see that gnomes here and dwarves here live together. You would see that there are even arcane repositories here. This town had been here for long enough, and this mountainside, what they've made here, they were able to mine a certain gem. They'd be called Berm batteries. They contained this sort of, there was this crystal that contained like a magical lightning. Spellcasters and artificers of all stripes would visit Berm for them. You'll see that Berm itself, and that you'll be told even that from above that Berm looks like it's part of the plains. They are not bothered. Those who dare to cross the plains only seek refuge here, and thus are owed favors, and that's why Berm isn't really touched by the structure of any place on the other ends of the plains. A thief would find a hard time to make it here and to make it out without trouble. And so this place is peaceful. And so this place is filled with artistry, light, innovation, homeliness, crafted at least. And Ariel would have been here on her travels looking for a moment of respite, and she would have found it at a place called the Brief Respite. Here, this Fey Tavern is built up with some mushrooms and some decor, a pool to dip your feet in. It's a natural watering hole, and well, it is ran by Sal Thistlewick, a bawdy middle-aged gnome with love for stories and adventures in distant locales. Everybody knows him. Everybody speaks to him whether they want to or not, and soon they are embraced by him. He'd always try to find a job for someone, something they were good at, something he could help them with, because he had enough money. Can I ask, how long has Anariel been here in Burm? And does she work here? What does she do here?
Inariel has been here a short time so far, but she's been enjoying her stay. She is delighted by the architecture, the way that they've built into the mountains. Yeah, her mother was an architect, so she has this innate interest in such things in her, and she really appreciates the structure of the buildings. And has some awareness of the kind of effort they would have needed to put into it to create those, and she's just amazed by that. So she's enjoying the atmosphere, the scenery, and as for work, she's just trying to pick up odd jobs. I'd say she'd be best placed. Well, she might be picking up some odd jobs at anything to do with plants and nature, whether it's food or decoration. She can just give plants a bit of a pick-me-up, encourage them to grow. She could maybe make some produce perk up a bit, get the vendors a higher price, things of that nature.
Very well. Yeah, you would have been hired here at the Brief Respite. You would know that Sal, well, he is encouraging, and he would ask you to help pick me up some of the some fruits and some vegetables, so that way he could serve some good meals, save a couple of bucks here, but more importantly, make sure that people were eating as fresh and as delectable as they could. You see, he inspired everybody around him to sort of build a place that everyone could work at, that everyone could live at, and that everybody could laugh at, have a drink at. And he really loves stories. He would love to bug you with stories, and he would try to pull something out of you about your animals or a funny thing they've done before, or what you think they're doing now. As you were perhaps helping him prepare dinner, this sort of like snack affair that folks will be coming down to, and they'll be chomping at whatever bits and baubles or that you had, I would say bits and baubles, but whatever bits and broccoli you guys had assembled here. Well, it would just be another night of enjoyment, a rest. This is a rest day. Neva's gonna be bringing something, but you're here chopping them up right now. And Sal just sits up on the counter and says, "An Ariel, an Ariel, an Ariel, an Ariel." Hey, bud.
Oh, Sal? Yes?
Well, I'm getting kind of bored, and I was thinking maybe you could tell me a little story about your old hometown.
She's gonna keep chopping the vegetables. A little... Maybe a little faster than she had been. She's trying to keep any discomfort out of her aura, out of her appearance. What story are you hoping for, Sal?
I don't know, some like, you know, I don't know. What animal fart smells the worst? What, you know, I can't ask you what animal tastes the best. I don't think you'd like that. But, I don't know, I'm just bored. Gosh.
Yeah, that got a giggle out of her. But, okay. Definitely boars. Definitely boars' farts smell the worst.
Oh no.
Especially, and she's emptying the broccoli off her cutting board into a bowl and putting more on as she says this, especially if you feed them broccoli.
Gosh. Should we maybe get rid of those?
Well, you've invited some boars here tonight.
No, I've invited interesting people. And he'll jump off the table. And he'll say, I've invited your crush.
She's gonna look a little surprised. My crush, Sal? Do tell. Who's my crush?
Oh, come on, you know. You know and I know. I see the way you look at her.
She's gonna try to keep denying this. Keep playing dumb. I don't think I look at anybody any differently, Sal. You're imagining things.
Everybody can tell. I see the way you look at her. I see the way she looks at you. You guys barely speak, but you spend so much time together whenever we have these little gatherings.
She's gonna say, well, she's a very comforting presence, because she obviously does know who you're talking about.
All right. Okay. Well, you tell Rosa Ray that you gotta tell her something before you leave, right? Before she leaves, I think.
And Ariel stops chopping and turns towards Sal just a little. She's leaving soon?
Yeah, I invited her out, and she said, well, that she'd just be here tonight, and that she'd be leaving tomorrow night.
Her expression's gonna darken a bit. She hadn't known that. But she's gonna pull herself together quickly and get back to her task, and yeah. Oh, yes, I'll have to speak with her again, say my goodbyes, but I'm sure she'll have a good time wherever she's going.
You don't even know where she's going. God, you don't talk. You don't talk. That's a problem. And if you talked, maybe, maybe you wouldn't have to be smelling boar farts your whole time out in the village. Maybe you'd have someone else to hang out with. You got to talk to somebody. Okay, I'm tired of talking your ear off, and well, I don't know. I guess I just, I've grown sweet on you. You helped around a lot. We're doing well in the vegetable department, so I don't even, I don't even, they don't even die on me anymore. I've learned so much from you. And anyways, who knows? I know you're not going to be here forever, and what if wherever they're traveling is where you're traveling, huh?
Anariel's gonna ponder this a moment, and she'll shake her head. Rosaray, seems very busy. She has purpose. Trying to have fun right now. I'm still finding mine. And who knows how much longer I'll stay here, Sal. It's really no big deal.
He says, and Ariel, you could stay here forever. You could stay here forever. You could stay until I grow old. You could stay until, you could stay until... he just won't try to think about it too much. He says, you could stay until the next Rosaray leaves. And the next, but I see you're trying to look for purpose too. Just don't let it sneak past you all the time.
She's gonna put a hand on Sal's shoulder and pat him a few times and smile softly towards him. I appreciate you, Sal. I'm very comforted to know I'm so welcome. I know you mean well. I promise I'll talk to Rosaray tonight, but I won't make any promises about what. Is that fair?
Hey, you had me at you'll talk. Anyways, I'll go dress up the rest of the tavern. And try not to eat too many broccoli.
Noted. Good advice.
And so he takes off. He decorates the tavern. People flood in. Eventually, one by one, couples by couples, groups of friends that eventually fill up the tavern, sitting in some circles. Sometimes they combine them. Sometimes they invite each other over to just yap about something. All of these people you've seen before. But not all of them are as recognizable as when she walks through the door. What is Anariel like about Rosaray?
Well, if someone had asked Anariel about what she'd like in someone else, what she'd be attracted to, she would have thought that she'd like somebody whose personality was like sunshine, fun and warm, bright, boundless energy. But instead, Rosaray is more quiet. She's even-tempered. She doesn't overreact to things. She leaves space for Anariel to process her feelings and speak truly to her. And she knows to prod her gently to get a sincere answer out of her. She has long brunette hair and blue eyes. And she is human, and if she had been Eladrin, Anariel imagines she would be Autumn because she exudes that quiet confidence and sincerity and stability that she has seen in the other Autumns she's met.
She also has a burn mark. It hadn't healed well at all, and it had burned the top of her right hand and moved down her arm. She wouldn't shield it from anyone. And you would see her now, and through enough of the get-together, that she had been dancing around you, not really speaking right at you, amongst you and towards other people, but never having a little bit of one-on-one time with you tonight, at least. You notice she had not brought up that it was her last night there. That whatever Sal told you, well, maybe it's one of his tricks. Or maybe it's a secret. But here you'll find Rosa Ray eventually sitting out on a balcony that overlooks the plains through the mouth of this mountain. Right now she's alone.
And Nariel would approach, and they've already been friendly enough with each other, so she doesn't ask before she sits beside her and looks out in the same direction as her. It's really beautiful. Do you think you'll miss it?
She looks over you and moves her hair so that way she can see you more clearly, and tucks it behind her ear, and she says, "So he told you?"
And Nariel's disappointment flickers across her face for a moment. She had been hoping that Sal had been lying just to give her the nudge he's always trying to give her. Yeah, she's a little hurt that Rosa Ray hadn't mentioned before that she was leaving, and she nods and gives a little shrug. No, Sal. He can't really keep much to himself.
Yeah.
But he means well.
No, I know. I just was hoping not to, I don't know, feel sad about it. She kind of chokes up. And she says, I was going to tell you tonight. And I only told Sal yesterday. But yeah. I just hadn't worked my way up to it. But I'm glad you're here.
It's okay. I know now. I'm glad you're here too, Dill. For a little longer.
She's getting a little awkward.
But, where are you going next?
Man, I don't really know. But I gotta go somewhere. There's Jandar's Rest over there. She'll just move her head. You know where she's pointing. Rock Roost is that way, and well, I could turn around and go over to Greenstep. I could go anywhere. I don't really know.
If you don't know, then why do you have to go?
I have to do something. I have to do something, and she'll like shake her head, and she says, and you know, I have to do it. And that means I gotta leave. Where would you go?
If I could go anywhere?
Yeah, if you could go anywhere, if you had no plans, where would you go?
Well, that's exactly how I ended up here. Yes, I never really planned to end up here. That's one thing of travel, isn't it? You just end up where you're supposed to be. But I think I'd like to go somewhere quite warm next. It would be nice.
Well, Greenstep is
Yeah.
warm.
Greenstep.
Yeah.
You said it was that way, and she's gonna gesture.
Yeah, and she'll like move your arm, and she'll like point it in the right direction, and she'll be like right there, and she'll say, you know, it's small, but it's, you know, a nice little farming village halfway up Green Mountain.
And Ariel is holding her breath at the contact, and she's kind of blinking a lot. And she'll, let's see, regather herself and go,
Mm-hmm. Farming, yes. That sounds very nice. Yes, I think I could even help there, maybe. Maybe they'd like to have me.
Yeah, no, I heard they got like all sorts of juices there, actually, from all the crops that they make. They just concoct whatever sells the best, and you know, it's a juicing pot, I guess, is the best way I would put it.
That sounds like a fun thing to try. I don't know if I'd try it every day, but once, at least.
Well, you gotta try their water. That's what they say. They say they got a special water that comes down from the peak, and that's why all the juice tastes good.
Yes, I'll have to try this water.
Can I ask you something? You know, I never really do this because it's kind of like a thing they don't talk about here in a place like this, at least. But you know, are you hiding from someone or something?
She's gonna... Her body language is gonna change, and she's
I'm sorry
gonna...
if I asked something. I'm so sorry. I just
No, she's... Yeah. She's gonna pull herself out of, the shift a bit and shake her head.
No, it's okay. We're friends. I think you have a right to ask by now, and you are leaving tomorrow, so I guess it doesn't really hurt
But
anything for me to mention. I, well, I I've hurt some people, and I just I'm trying not to think too much about it anymore. It's nothing I could change at this point. Do you understand?
yeah, more than you know. You see a wear on her face. She knows exactly how you feel, and you see that she knows that too. She says, I guess sometimes it just catches up to you. And sometimes you gotta keep moving.
Ariel nods. She understands that feeling as well. That's what she's been doing since the day she decided to leave her home. In the aftermath of everything that happened. And yeah, she understands that it catches up to you after a while, after the newness of a location has faded, when things have settled enough that you find a groove and the world gets a little more quiet. All the memories and feelings you're trying to avoid creep back in, and that's when it's time. So she feels she could understand better now why Rosa Ray is leaving tomorrow. It's for the same reasons that she's been on the move herself, it seems.
You know, I wasn't just working up the courage to tell you that I was leaving. I was actually gonna ask if, and it's stupid. Well, I was just thinking about how there's not a lot of familiar faces everywhere I go. And, you know, I tend not to miss them. But I was thinking if you're running from something too, that, maybe we could, run together. And, maybe we could, I don't know, become more familiar.
Noriel's gonna look to Rosa Ray and think about how beautiful she finds her. Burn scars and all, and she feels so comforted by her presence. But if she said yes, what would that mean? she's afraid. Sal was right to point out her feelings. She recognized them herself, but she knew in her heart that Rosa Ray would leave again at some point, or she would. One of them would go, and everything would be okay. But what Rosa Ray is suggesting, Nariel's not sure she deserves yet. Rosa Ray doesn't know what she did. She doesn't truly know her yet. And because of that, she can't feel that Rosa Ray is asking her with full awareness of the kind of person that she is. And she doesn't want to subject somebody else to having to be with someone who's done the kinds of things she's done. So she's gonna put her hand on Rosa Ray, and she's gonna smile, and she's gonna say,
Rosa Ray, that sounds so lovely.
But
Please know that I think the world of you. And you deserve wonderful things. But I don't think...
it was stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And she'll like move her hand and she says, it was stupid.
It wasn't.
Tomorrow, tomorrow they're doing another get together. Will you make sure you're here?
She nods.
Okay.
Yes,
I'll see
would
you
like
around. Thank you.
Okay.
And she'll turn around and she'll walk off. She left her bag there at the chair. At least when you see she walked off, she's maybe too far gone now, and maybe you can get it to her the next time. The last time.
and Nariel had kind of reached like she was going to call after her, but then the way they left things right there, she feels Rosa Ray needs time to recenter, and maybe talking again wouldn't be the best for her right now, so she decides she'll hold on to the bag and give it to her tomorrow.
It dies down, and you'll see Sal ask you if you can close up for the night. And he'll leave. He trusts you, and you're sort of left alone there, and perhaps you wouldn't get some sleep that night. At least good sleep, and it might be good for you to, wear yourself out and cleaning up whatever little mess people left, even though they're all so nice that they all try to chip in on the way out. And you're just left with her bag there. And eventually when you move it from another place to just clean around, letter falls out. It looks like a little more, looks like a letter kind of tri-folded, and it like flays out. And you recognize the words. You recognize them as Sylvan, but this is sort of the most beautiful handwriting you've seen. And then you read the words. Maybe you didn't mean to. Maybe you just meant to. Gawk at the handwriting. And you see that there is a plan.
Mhm.
The Birmian batteries are, if not the worst thing that has ever came out of Birm. These arcane gifts, they call them. Well, they are the reason why I don't have a home. They are the reason why people are at war. They're the reason why there's a reason why I have this scar on my arm. Why I've lost everyone. And so I lived among them, biding my time, collecting the same batteries that they have wrought onto other homes, families, and I have planted them in this same city, waiting for me. I had nothing before I came here. And then I found something. I found someone. I hope she's with me now, and I hope if this letter finds all of you, and that if she's among you, just know that I never meant to hurt. I never meant to hurt the people that didn't deserve it. But when you see this mountain on the other side of the plains, all I can imagine, all I can feel is that burn at my skin. And I want them to burn too. And I know you guys won't be able to live here after this, but I hope you know that. This was never a home. Just another stop. I'm sorry. The letter ends, and it's signed by Rosa Ray.
Noriel's hands are shaking as she finishes the letter, and understanding dawns on her she's holding this paper because even though she had started reading it as it was on the ground, she picked it up with tenderness as she saw the beauty of Rosa Ray's handwriting and the surprise that she'd known Sylvan as well. But a wave of horror overcomes her as she feels she's understanding what is written here, what Rosa Ray might mean to do. She's hoping she's wrong, but the people of this welcoming community are not deserving of her inaction just because she would wish for Rosa Ray to not be this way, to be different, to be more forgiving. She is going to take the letter and first try to find Sal.
Can I ask you, what is Anariel's intention?
To show him the letter, and even though he might not be able to read it, she's a little panicked. She's not quite thinking about that now, but she'll tell him that the town is in danger and that she needs his help to figure out what to do.
The door closes. You hadn't even heard it open. And she sees the letter in your hands.
Rosa Ray? Rosa Ray? What did I just read? What are you intending to do?
Anariel, I'm sorry. You were never meant to read that. You're never meant to see that. Please, it's stupid. It's just, can you... And she'll, like, reach at the letter and...
Anariel already knows what's on the letter. She read it. She's going to let Rosa Ray take it from her hand. But in turn, she's going to reach out and grab Rosa Ray's arm. She's not going to hold her tightly enough to hurt her, but she's going to hold her firmly. And she's going to say,
Rosa Ray, I know you were hurt. That doesn't mean you need to hurt other people. It will not make it better. I know this.
She looks like she's running through a gamut of feelings, and she'll say, look at that arm that you hold. And you'll see the burn marks. Just, I mean, it's rocky, it's scaly, it's dry at times. It's never, it's noticeable, and you feel it now. She says, I whole land looks like that. Scorched, destroyed. Because of what they built here.
Because of the batteries?
Yes. They use the batteries for weapons. They're bombs out there.
Rosaray, I would help you to stop these things, but not if we have to hurt more people in the process. There has to be another way. There has to be another way.
They'll just dig more holes into the mountain. Enoriel. That's how this place had grown. The rest of the mountains that they dig into, it's just because they need more. They'll just keep taking more.
Enariel takes in a deep breath and she nods and what will killing more people do? Do you really think you could get rid of everybody making these batteries? That more people won't come and make more? What are we solving with whatever you're planning to do? It's a vicious cycle with no end.
I want to stop running, Enoriel. I want to stop. I want to stop. I want to fight back.
Enariel is going to pull her into a hug. And she's gonna say, I know. I know. I know it still hurts. But I don't think I could let you do this. And I'm sorry.
So what are you gonna do?
And I need you to tell me what you have planned.
What if I don't tell you?
Enariel's gonna use Entangle on Rosaray to bind her.
You bind her.
Okay, and then Enariel's gonna say, well, I'm sorry, Rosaray, but you won't be going anywhere until you tell me.
You and I both know I can step out of here.
That's true. Okay, is she Eladrin?
Yeah. Yeah, she's odd
Okay.
and Eladrin.
Yes, I understand. Okay, my bad.
No, that's fine. You and I
But-
both know I can step out of here. Why do you fight it, Enoriel?
Fight what? Revenge?
I don't know. You think you're just gonna stay here forever?
No, I'll move on. I want to see the world, but I'd like to come back here someday, and I I can't if I don't do my best to help them while I'm here. And allowing you to hurt them is the opposite.
They'll just keep mining. And they'll take everything. There won't be a place for us anymore. I've been in their buildings. I've snuck around. I've seen their plans for this place. It's cruel what they're going to do.
They're going to destroy Burm in the process?
They only care about the crystals. These batteries, that's all they care about.
I see. I don't think I truly understood what was going on. How many would be hurt with what you plan to do?
I don't know.
Do you plan to blow up the mines with everyone inside?
I don't know.
Mm.
But you guys won't be hurt.
And Ariel feels really torn at this point. She doesn't want to be a part of, like, knowingly massacring an unknown number of people, but if participating in this would help preserve Burm, she's more tempted.
Maybe I misjudged what you had planned. Maybe I could help you. But I still need you to tell me what you're doing.
I've planted batteries around the berm. It'll tear it down. But it won't touch this place. You all will still have this place.
I'm sorry, she said she planted batteries around where? It kind of cut out for me. I'm sorry.
Just berm. So to
Around
kind of,
Burm.
yeah, just kind of above table this. She's saying that they're going to eventually mine, and this is over time, that eventually they're going to mine out berm, and they're going to keep going and keep going, and expand to the point where they kind of get rid of even the like civil, like the sort of like the village portion of it, right? And what she wants to do is destroy that whole operation. It will kill people. It will kill innocents.
Okay.
And so like the plan that she has is going to for sure kill innocent people.
Okay.
But she's promising that it won't destroy this place. The brief respite. It won't destroy this.
I see. Okay. I see.
batteries all around Burm. Rosa Ray, that won't just hurt the miners, that's going to hurt a lot of people. That's going to hurt people that had nothing to do with this.
But it would stop it.
Rosa Ray, there will always be more. You can't stop it. It won't work. They will bring in more from somewhere else. That's how this stuff works. I'm sorry. I wish you could find peace, but this isn't the way to do it. I'm going to need to tell the others. We need to get those batteries out. I'm sorry, Rosa Ray.
They'll kill me.
I won't let them. I want you to be safe too. Oh, Rosa Ray. Why can't I just convince you that this won't work? I know. I know it won't. If I made you promise me that you would not come back and do this same thing, would you lie to me?
No.
Okay. I think you need to go tonight. But not to that farm town. You need to go somewhere you didn't tell me about. Okay? And there you'll be safe. And I will help them get the batteries out.
She'll be crying and she'll nod her head and she'll say, okay.
Okay. You promise?
And she'll just nod her head and she'll grab her bag. If you eventually let her out of the entanglement, and she'll say, this world hasn't burned you yet, Inariel. Not just yet. And there's a place for people like you. And I hope wherever you go, that you don't let it take you either. And that you find some way to not feel like you have to run anymore.
the same for you, Rosa Ray. I... I might not have been burned in the same way you were, but I've had my experiences with fire, and I've lived to tell the tale, and I hope to be stronger from it. And I hope you can find your peace. And she's gonna let her go.
She'll, she'll just nod her head and walk away and look at you one last time and open the door, and she'll leave.
Okay. And Ariel's gonna try to find Sal as quickly as possible to get the word out that they need to find the batteries and disable them.
And so you do, and you tell Sal, and he rounds up other people in your sort of smaller sort of community, and then eventually you spread out all across Burn. You tell officials that you've heard of something from somewhere. They grill you, they ask you if you knew who did this, or where it came from, who would do it, and where they might have gone. Where did they go?
She said that she'd gone to that farming town. I'm sorry, I feel like it began
No,
with
it's
a
fine.
G.
Yeah, it's called Green Step. But yeah, you
Green
would have
Step,
told him that.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
That she'd gone to Green Step. And yeah, she will say it was Rosa Ray, but she's going to hope that Rosa Ray had enough of a head start, and also paired with Inariel's what is it, like a trying to send them in the wrong direction, that'd be enough for Rosa Ray to get away safely.
Yeah. And your time there at Burn eventually came to an end. Where would you go?
Oh my gosh, you've just said it. I'm so sorry. Green
Step? Yeah, you would go to
Green
that,
Step.
that farming building?
Yes. Yes.
And you go there. And she was right. The water is sweet here. It makes everything taste better, and the juices are real, and well, it's quaint for you, and another step along your way, and eventually till you find yourselves amongst the midst You've heard stories of Bern eventually sort of being a mining town, a place that no longer hosts people. No one can rest in the middle of the plains anymore. And people
Inariel.
eventually... Sorry,
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that whenever she'd hear such things, she'd think of Rosaray and feel some regret and, always a bit of uncertainty about whether or not she should have tried to collaborate with Rosaray to find a different way.
And the people in Burm would have went to different places. Green Step, Jondar's Rest, Rock Roost, and they spread around and they found other homes and other places. You'd maybe encounter them once in a while on your way again to the mist, but all you have is that memory of what used to be. And we will end with Inariel's little backstory there. Not end, but we will stop there.
Yeah.
For right now, take a little
Super
journey
cool.
in.
Very cool story.
awesome.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Yeah, great job.
Thank you.
Dude, I think the moral of these backstories is that baddies are just evil people. Fuck
What
off.
do you mean eco-terrorism is awesome?
That's true. You know, I was actually thinking about that. Eco-terrorism is kind of on the menu these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Replace
Jessica thinks it's really cool.
Yeah.
And Ariel probably should have as well, but yeah, her experiences, I don't know. She's trying not to do that shit anymore.
And you know what? Replace all that with AI and bombs, and you know what?
Oh yeah.
You got me.
Oh yeah. Drew was just saying the other day, like,
Who's Drew?
I
Is that your
oh
husband?
sorry, fiance. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just making sure.
yeah. He was his parents were over, and he was saying that somebody should just bomb all the data centers, and his mom was like, "That's illegal." And I was in the shower, and I called out, "Not everything illegal is unethical." Which is
True. True. And actually, some of the most illegal things are the most ethical.
right?
Dare I say?
I was telling my friends on my birthday dinner, I was like, y'all better hope I don't get something terminal, because I'm gonna do something.
Dude, I've
Oh,
said the
shit.
same thing before. Holy shit. I was like, if cancer ever takes me, I'm taking you with me.
I don't need cancer.
Damn.
Stop, bro.
Alright, hold up. Just finish Strahd first. Just
Yeah,
finish
finish
Strahd.
Strahd.
Yeah.
Just finish Strahd, please.
After that, then we can start
Alright.
making our plans. In game,
Alright.
of course.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
We
If
can
our
start talking about-
characters plan
Yeah.
eco-terrorism, just like, in game,
Yeah,
are we
yeah.
really planning anything illegal? That's solid.
Yeah.
No, we are not. Yeah.
We can talk about
it's just a
taking.
game.
I've been saying I'm already on a list. Not gonna hurt anything.
We can talk about taking quote unquote mana bombs, the quote unquote Strahd's house, the quote unquote kill the Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We blow up Ravenloft and bad shit stops happening. Crazy. I read a D&D story where you remember that glyph of warding you had, Yoon? That one that took like 8 hours to cast. Someone wrote a glyph of warning on every page of a like 100-page book, and then when it came time to fight the BVG, they just threw the book at him.
Holy fuck.
That's awesome.
So, if you're ever thinking about downtime activities, here's one for you.
Glyph of warding is gown. Glyph of warding is gown.
You know, guys, I might actually end the session there, because I don't think we can do a whole other hour.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
Yoon, sorry I said that boars smelled bad. Not that you would take that personally at this point, but
I did take it a little bit personally. I did take it a little bit personally.
I thought
Which boar was she thinking of when she said that? Interesting.
I was
I
waiting
thought you
for
might, but I also thought that would be funny.
Especially white-haired boars.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it, dude. Wait.
That's awesome. Yeah, what an awesome session. What a banger. This is like the Shadow House's cool older brother.
Thank you guys. I do like these. I actually do really like these. I like your guys' characters. I like learning.
Yeah, what'd you think
more about them
as the DM? What'd you think?
It's just very pretty.
Favorite
you know
moments?
what I mean?
Question.
Oh man, I love dialogue with you guys when I play these people.
Yeah,
I think that's
awesome.
I think that's my favorite. I like interrupting
You had
you
me
guys.
sweating. You had me sweating. I had no idea how to resolve the
Holy
situation. I was
shit.
like, fuck, there's no right answer.
Trying to talk your terrorist girlfriend off the ledge. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't we
Yeah,
all?
great job with that. Yeah.
And Ariel's, maybe not first love, but previous love. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, she sounds pretty rad.
She was in
Too
Hannah.
bad it didn't work out.
Wow.
Yeah. I know, right?
Wow.
Damn.
Dang it. Dang it. Where'd she go?
You about to get your love interest in Aaronville.
Hey.
Well, I was about to say, do I get a baddie too in my story?
Yeah, his name is Laris.
Probably in a manner of speaking.
His name is
Oh,
Not a
wait.
baddie
Yeah,
you're
wait.
gonna like.
Go ahead and hold that.
That's
Well,
funny.
Your baddie's
Laris is a baddie, and as we've established in these two backstories, baddies do evil shit.
He is a baddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Margot's evil baddie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a requirement. Like there has to be a morally dubious baddie in the backstory.
Here you go. Hold on. Let me show
Beautiful.
you. Let me show you how the next one's gonna start.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome. Who's next? Question?
Abs.
That'd be me.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Refresh
so
your
it's-
Owlbear.
An evil baddie approaches you.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Let me see.
Ooh, very
Ooh.
cool. Very cool.
Oh, that's so
Is this-
fun.
Is this
Oh.
is this Witchlight? What's up?
Hey.
Nah, this is Wizard Dark.
Fun music. Yes.
Oh my God, we're gonna see a jester and/or mime baddie.
Fuck yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's on. It's on.
It's
Maybe it's strongman baddie.
Oh.
nope. Oh,
Oh.
Jessica just said the magic words. She just said the magic
What'd
words.
she say? What'd she say? Strongman?
Man, daddy.
A clown baddie and a strongman daddy.
Oh my.
No
Time to hear
clowns.
the Wizard
No
Dark.
clowns. I draw the line at clowns.
What about a jester though?
No.
Ugly jester?
Well, no. Those
What about
those
those lion
TikToks ain't getting me. All right,
I
those
know
TikToks
Exact
ain't
TikToks
getting
with
me.
the, I know the exact with the princess and the jester. Holy shit!
No,
Yeah.
those are not kittens.
Do you know them too, Abby?
Try again.
Yeah, I know him. I know him.
Try again.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Try again.
Oh my god! Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it.
Give me a night or give me death. Thank you.
The other ones are sweet. This one's fucked up because it's gonna be creepy.
Aww.
Oh, I guess they weren't that sweet because I like killed a bunch of people in a village.
We have to wait a
Hey.
week, brother? Do we really have to wait a week?
Really have to wait a week?
Swear to God. Swear to God.
Do we really have to wait a week?
Like we can play tomorrow.
Swear to God. Swear to God.
I mean, what if we did though?
How does this
what
work
if,
with
what if we
with
possibly
Noodle's
could?
return?
Well, we're gonna complete this because this is the best way I know how to do something, and then we're gonna do our combat.
Okay,
What
cool.
the-
This isn't just like backstory shit for y'all. This is, not just me.
This is real life.
This is real life.
Yeah.
I found it. Sorry, I'm posting. When you're thinking of Jester Betty, I think this is who Abby and Yuna and I are thinking of. Is that the right one, Abby?
I haven't seen like specifically video edits, but I've seen like memes like specifically.
I can't take that hat serious. The problem is the hat.
That's
Yeah.
the
Take the
point.
hat,
He's
get
not
that
supposed to be
fucking
taken
head off
He's a
your head.
jester.
Get
He's
it
a
off
jester.
your head.
He's not supposed to
Stop
be taken
playing
serious.
games.
His whole point is to be funny.
Get
Oh
that
my
fucking
goodness.
dangling shit off your fucking dome.
You
That's
can
how I
yeah.
take
feel.
it off. You can take it off.
No, I don't.
It's
I don't
part
want
of
to
the
take it off.
foreplay.
You
You
wore
can take
it.
it off.
I don't. He can just leave. That's how
I
I
mean,
feel. That's
In the
how I
words of Queen Batty Jessica Rabbit, I just like a guy who makes me laugh.
Hell yeah.
Now we know what you see, baby.
Takes a little bit more for me, unfortunately. A little bit more. It's not gonna cut it. We knew this. We knew
You gotta
that I'm
eat it
vain
a
as
Jon
shit.
Snow. Eat it a Jon Snow.
We knew this.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He was waiting there for you.
This one's all this one is gonna be suffering.
With the
Come
baddie,
on,
though,
man.
right?
Suffering
Come on.
episode, suffering episode, suffering episode.
And the last two weren't? What are we talking about?
Damn.
I mean, so are you gonna make me beg, or are we gonna just glaze over?
We're fighting
Yeah.
Bagman for a month.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Damn.
Come on.
We're
Beg for
not
what?
fighting the Bagman.
Beg for
We're
what?
not fighting the
Dude.
Bagman until 2027.
Beg for
Yeah.
what?
Don't make me say it.
Dude, I literally don't know what you're thinking. That's what's
I'm
kinda fucked up.
saying. I'm saying, do we have to wait till next week?
Yeah.
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 Why, girl?
Yeah.
Girl, why?
Oh my god. Oh,
Girl, why?
she go. Oh my god.
Girl,
Oh my
why?
god. Dude, I can't run another game.
What? Why?
Mondays
We
are for
don't-
the boys.
Who's
It don't
who?
gotta be Monday.
It could be Tuesday.
It
Oh,
it
wait,
could be
hold
Monday,
on, hold
though.
on.
It could be
Hold on.
Monday.
We don't
Who's
have
the boy?
Mothership going on right now. We filled the Mothership slot with Curse of Strahd.
Nah, Monday, dude.
What do you mean?
That's
Nah,
what
I'm
I'm saying.
waiting for you.
Nice, beautiful Monday
Nah.
game. Nice, beautiful Monday game. Nice little top off from the night before. It'd be
I'm not
beautiful.
not available.
I'm sure. Come on, dude. Why aren't
I'm
you
seeing
available?
back rooms. I'm seeing back rooms.
Well, he's seeing back rooms.
And now I get this.
But if he wasn't seeing back rooms, what about the
But I am.
boys?
But
What
I
happened
am.
with the boys?
But I am seeing
Yeah,
back rooms.
Okay, but
the-
are
is
you
the
seeing
problem.
back rooms all night?
I am.
That's crazy.
From
He's
6
stuck in
o'clock
him.
to midnight, I'm seeing a 6-hour backrooms. I'm seeing the extended.
I don't believe you. This sounds like
I'm seeing it 5 times in a row.
This sounds
They're-
like a ruse if I've ever heard of one.
They're
I think
literally
I'm
putting
being
him in the back
bamboozled.
room.
They're putting me in
this-
the back rooms,
is
and I have
this a
6 hours
movie?
to get out.
What
Yeah,
is
it is.
this? Okay.
Yeah, the back rooms.
Okay, cool.
If you've ever seen those
Alright.
pictures with the fucking, I'll just pull it up. I've tried to explain the backrooms picture to people before, and it does not do it justice.
I never ask for this ever. I just want to put that out there.
Here it is. Mario.
I never
or
did.
No, I
Jesse.
know. No, I know.
It's like liminal space. It's
Yeah,
kind
exactly. Exactly.
of yeah.
No, I know.
It's
I know
like
you
the
never
most
ask. I just,
popular
you
liminal
know,
space.
I gotta. We gotta. You know what I mean? We gotta.
No.
We gotta.
No, don't.
No.
You have
Actually,
to
You want-
clarify.
I love when people say, you know what I mean, and gave no pre-context to their statement. I do that shit all the
Like-
time.
Like, absolutely not, but go ahead.
Chris, you aren't helping the jury here. That this you are saying.
I don't
You're
think-
saying.
and
You're
everybody
saying
can't
that
play-
backroom is
Everybody.
6 hours.
Everybody can't play tomorrow.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't believe that for a second.
I'm backroomsing.
What time are you backroomsing, dude?
5 o'clock.
All right. Well, you're gonna be back by 8 o'clock. Come on.
No, because then we're doing dinner and to talk about
Oh
the movie.
my
Dinner and a
sweet
show.
Lord!
Dinner
Dinner
and
and
a
a
show.
show.
Point. That's why you go to movies, so that you can have dinner
Alright.
afterwards.
All right. It's fine.
And we're seeing it with 5 people, so you know that the discussion
Well,
is going to go
I'll
on
tell
for
you
3
right
hours.
now, I can't Tuesday because I have plans with
So now this
Jessica.
is your fault. So now this is your fault. Is what I'm saying.
Speak
happening?
up. We could do.
Oh, what do you guys?
Y'all are hanging out.
I'm sorry. What did you say? We could do Tuesday. What are you
We
talking
could
about?
do Tuesday. We could do Tuesday.
She,
God.
she giving
But
up her
that's
day
our-
ones for more
but
Strahd
that-
time.
But
Yeah.
that's our night. But that's our night.
I know it's our
That's,
night.
that's Strahd night.
What
You wanted
You know,
you
what
wanted
if
this
we
so
did a
bad.
little switcheroo? Are you
you-
proposing a switcheroo? Are you
you wanted this
proposing our
so
game
badly.
tomorrow and then Strahd on Tuesday? Is that what you're proposing?
Wow, you're putting me on the spot in front of everybody.
I can't wait until Wednesday for your game, Jessica. I've already
It's not that
waited a
she's
week.
putting you on
I
the spot.
can't.
It's she's grasping at anything that will possibly get her more Strahd before Sunday.
Mm,
I am sweating.
I'm
Okay.
just a
Yes,
little
ma'am.
I'm just a little dehydrated. I'm just a little thirsty for D&D. We had a break this past week.
Oh, we also didn't have Witchlight.
I'm in my cinema.
Oh,
We didn't have Witchlight. I'm
2
in my
weeks in a row.
cinema. I'm watching.
2
My
weeks in a
show
row.
is on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a little dehydrated, so I need it. I need more.
Yes, ma'am.
Is
Okay.
what
You
I'm
should
needing
do-
in this
You should
moment.
run a you should run a one shot.
I don't want to run a one shot. I want to play my Strahd game
Yeah.
and I want to play my Jesse game, and that's what I want.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Jesse game.
What's the Jesse game?
Tuesday.
My Jesse game is
So you
where
have
Jesse and I
D&D. You
Jesse
have
and I-
D&D.
A.
Jesse and I are doing a duet,
We're doing a duet.
where Jesse is my DM for a private game, and it's a dating sim style D&D game set in like an Edwardian Renaissance, like Victorian Gothic era, and I have a little prissy little bard girl violinist with a rich daddy,
Yeah.
and my rich daddy is sick, and he wants me to get married, so it's a dating sim, and like I have to choose a person to marry and take over the business because it's also a misogynist kind of world where women don't own companies. And it's
You know what we should
really
do?
fucking good, and it's so good. Ooh!
We should
That's
all play
cool.
that
So
on
good.
Tuesday. We should all play that.
We
on
should
Tuesday.
all play that.
No, this is my game. You guys, this is my game. You can't
like,
have
you
it.
guys fuck off.
It's all mine. It's all mine. I'm the main
Let's-
character in
let-
that one.
Yeah.
Let me
So
and
good.
Fabian be.
We
between
didn't mention
matches.
it's also kind of a murder mystery. You got to find out who's trying to
What?
kill your dad.
Yeah, but my character doesn't know that yet.
Your character doesn't know that yet, but you do.
But it is one of the suitors. And I
Let-
and so
let
I'm
Fabian and
romancing
I
them
play
at the same
identical
time of
twins who are
playing
both trying to
detective.
kill
That's
you.
awesome. That sounds super awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Like as soon as you said also murder mystery, I'm like, fuck, that's sick.
A. Thank you.
You
Yeah,
just
it's
heard
so good.
I came up with it while I was ice skating.
Naturally.
Yeah, it's so good, and my character is like such a little.
Post the character.
She's not.
She's-
I posted that
she's
one.
prissy.
I posted
She's
it
good.
in. I posted
See?
it in. Yeah, I sent it to you.
You
and
sent
I
it to
think
me.
I
Did you
sent
send it
it
to
to-
everyone?
I think so. Yeah. It's
I know you
it's
sent it to
the-
me.
it's-
Ab, are
it's
you?
in a-
Ab, are you? Ab, were you
Hey.
singing the Courage the Cowardly Dog thing?
I wasn't saying anything.
Which one of y'all did the Courage the Cowardly Dog song?
Huh?
Dude, no
What?
one was saying anything except for Jesse and you. You are
Yeah.
losing it.
Someone said. Dun, 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 when
It's
he's
okay to
rushing.
hear things. It's okay to hear things.
I love
Her
Courage.
name is
Fabian,
Yvette, and
make sure
she's a
your
little-
door's
she's a
locked.
Little baddie.
Dude,
Yeah.
chill. Dude, chill.
Yeah, that
Sorry.
character's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Banger design.
That's awesome.
How old is she?
I think she's like
You said 22 before,
20.
if
yeah,
I
there
remember
we go,
correctly.
22.
21?
Well, thanks so much for playing.
Okay, so Tuesday, same time Tuesday.
Yeah.
You guys, your
You
games-
Wait,
are
are you
playing your
asking
own thing on
me
Tuesday.
or-
I proposed a way to solve the problem. I don't know what more you guys want from me. Okay? Am I like talking to myself? What's going on?
I love how like Fabian
Jesus
has just
Christ.
not spoken at all about it.
Oh my god, am I talking to myself? That shit
I'm never
kills me.
asking for anything ever again.
That shit kills me.
This is the last time.
I don't
that
think you
asked
guys
for a
could do.
favor.
You
Listen.
said Tuesday. You guys said you have a game Tuesday. Am I tripping?
We do. We do.
But I said we could move it because Jessica said.
Listen,
oh,
I
we
know
could
you
move it."
said you could move it to Monday, but I did not say you could move it to Monday.
But what if we moved it to Wednesday then?
But then you also said you can't wait till Wednesday to play your game.
God. All right, you know
If
what?
You
If you're
did
willing
say
to
that.
take that back, we could
Damn.
See you guys Sunday. How about that? Great. That's great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Beautiful.
I'll see
It's
you
just-
Friday.
Jessica just doesn't want to DM it because she
What?
because she wants another week to prepare.
Oh, fuck, that's true. Of course that's true. It's
Knew
always
it.
true.
So the other thing about this game is that she's a perfectionist, which it does make it excellent that she's a perfectionist. But
Yeah, that's great.
I appreciate you, and I'm
That's
sorry.
but
Yeah, if you need the time. take the
anything
time.
she touches is gold. So there's that.
I can't serve you up slop. I can't do it. I just can't.
She knows I have.
You're actually, as a DM, you're actually
She,
allowed
she
to do
does.
that. That's one
She
of the
does know
perks.
that I have high expectations, though. She's.
It's true. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I'm not saying you have like especially high expectations.
No,
I
mean, I don't take it personally because the person is actually who's responsible is with us in the room. So
my cat.
that would be Fabian. That would be
Oh.
Fabian.
Oh yeah.
That gave me this high
I'm
expectations.
smiling and I don't have all my teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, and we lost
Hell yeah.
another one. I keep on telling you to brush them.
That's how they keep falling off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Soft bristles only.
Why? I like the
Because
hard ones.
you'll wear away your gums. It's what happened to my mom.
My
Don't
gums
do it.
need some wearing away.
No. Sometimes I
Y'all
think
still
about
use
it. to be honest.
Toothbrushes for your teeth, bro. I
My
be on
gum-
that sand belt swag, dude.
My gums have had it too
Really?
good for too
I can't
long.
wait till I get a water pick because I'm only gonna water pick.
They're
Mm.
awesome. I love water picks.
It's like a bidet
never
for your
used
mouth,
one.
bro.
True. Kind of.
Yeah.
I guess.
I love bidets.
I've never tried one.
She loves shitting.
We emergency bought bidets in my household during COVID. During
No,
the whole
this-
toilet paper fiasco.
People who have bidets be
Yeah.
like, I love cleaning my butt.
No, it's a game changer. I've never felt so clean.
Anybody
I-
that
I
uses one says the exact same thing. I don't.
abs, I
I've
second
never
that.
used one, but everyone that has ever used one says the same thing.
Do you not have to like? Are you not like wet afterward?
I
you
mean, you
are, but then you wipe dry.
yeah,
So you
like
still have to use the paper.
yeah,
But
but it's just like
You gotta
a
do.
lot less.
You gotta do
It's a
paper,
lot
wet
less.
paper.
No, you don't even
No.
have to do paper.
No,
It's just
you
like
just do wet paper.
Guys,
yeah, you just spray your
Yeah.
you spray your butt and wipe. Like that's it.
paper to get
I'm
the
gonna
chunks
vom.
out. Paper to get
I'm
the
gonna
chunks
vom.
out. Water
I'm
to
gonna
get. Water to
No,
get
the
it-
water can
to
do
clean it.
that.
The
The
water's
water
not gonna
does
get the
it.
chunks out. The water's not gonna
No,
get
it
the chunks
does. It
Stop
does.
saying chunks, dude. Stop with the
Stop
chunks,
saying
bro.
chunks. Stop saying chunks.
Holy shit, dude. Literally, man.
I
You
was
know,
the
like
one
a
who-
power washer.
It's like that for your butt.
Oh shit.
No,
Oh
and I
my
mean,
God.
so sad.
You
There's
ever see
even
like
the
those befores and afters with siding, where like they got all grimy and then they just like spray the water on and then they're clean? It's like
Yeah.
that for your ass.
It does.
Anyways, so
Yep.
Tuesday, what's good? What's going on? What is everybody doing on Tuesday besides me and Jessica?
I'm
Some
watching
of them
back
even have a
this week.
dryer function and a seat warming function.
I don't want to sit down on a warm toilet seat.
Okay. But some of them like blow air on it, so you don't even have to use toilet paper. It just removes
Wait, what
it
if it's
entirely.
super cold?
So I have dry ass.
I mean, I guess you could just use it a little bit more to balance it out. I don't
You
know.
could
Okay.
always put moisturizer on
I'm,
after.
I'm,
you leave it.
I'm looking at my
Convince me.
calendar. I'm looking at my calendar.
First, you're trying to convince me to get wet ass. Now you want me to get dry ass. Make up your minds.
I can't have this conversation anymore.
Um.
I can't talk about butts anymore. Guys.
I can always talk about butts.
Sunday. But the modal won't be here for this one either, right? He wouldn't be here for Tuesday.
What?
That's the
Question?
problem. That's the
Why?
problem. Is he
Oh,
won't
why
be there
wouldn't
on
he?
Tuesday.
Does he have work on
Why wouldn't-
Tuesday?
I think he works on Tuesday.
Or I
Are
know
you the
sometimes
only
he has to drive Evie into work early.
Watch. You guys ask him. Listen, does everyone want to do it
I
on
wanna
Tuesday? Let me get a head count. Abby, yes or no?
I'd be down for Tuesday.
Okay, Jess, yes or no?
Ewan, we're doing Wednesday, not Monday. If we do Tuesday, yes.
Yes, mommy.
Okay.
Okay.
Chris, would you do Tuesday?
Fuck it, why not?
Okay. If Modal says he's able to, then yeah, we could do Tuesday. So you guys just have to figure that out. Sound good? Sound fair?
Well,
fair deal?
Sounds very
but wouldn't it just put us at like where we were thinking we were going to be anyway? Like if he can't make it and they took as long as they did tonight, would we be? Would that not put us still on track?
No, I think that's in an effort so then that way we can just start Sunday with combat. You see what I'm saying? Because it could be a longer one.
I see.
Wait, now I'm confused.
So I think if we go the way that we're going right now, on Sunday we do we have to do 3 people's little backstory things. It took like a good chunk of time of this one. We could squeeze out 3 the way we're moving them
Yes.
now.
I see.
And then but if we did Tuesday, we would then it would be we could do all 3 stories then, and then we could do Sunday straight combat.
Rad. Yeah, that does sound good.
So if Modal says yes, I don't know, whoever wants to champion that, then ask Modal and say, tell him the stakes. Okay? Say, hey Modal.
Hell
do you
yeah.
wanna play Tuesday?"
I elect Chris. Chris, you're the good convincer.
Modal
Okay.
Fabian wants to know if you want to play with us on Tuesday.
So yeah, write that out.
Who are you talking to?
She called him.
Are you just putting either? Alright, I get it.
So anyways, so do that. If he says yes, then yeah, I'll do it Tuesday. Okay?
Okay.
All right,
Thank
so-
you for being so kind and benevolent and listening to your people,
I was listening.
your humble subjects.
Yeah, after like 10 minutes of me begging, but it's fine.
Yeah, just watch you check your schedule and you're like scheduled for overtime on
Sometimes-
Tuesday.
Sometimes you got to beg. Yeah, I was checking for
Sometimes you
overtime.
gotta grovel.
alright, hold on.
Sometimes you gotta grovel.
I sent
I get
Modal a
it.
message 3 days ago. He has yet to respond. Are we sure I'm the person for the job?
You
Okay.
guys should send it on the main chat, and then this way it's all said. Someone should do that, and Loki, I think Ewan should do that because I think
you should also do it.
Oh, she's on it right
got
now.
The
there you go.
feminine
Yeah.
charm.
Also, check your calendar for overtime, please.
I did.
We don't
check
want to get our hopes up.
I did check my calendar for overtime for Tuesday.
Okay.
Rad.
Okay, thank you.
Work an extra hour for Ovia.
All I am doing is editing a video, so that should be good.
Dang it! I thought that was him reacting to it.
I thought so
Jesse.
too. I checked it.
Jesse, you little stinker.
Because he
Little
uses that one
stinker.
too. He uses that one too.
Abby, you little
He loves
stinker.
using the eyes.
No, it's the pleading. It's just like, come on, please.
These are all meant for him when he gets here to like know that we're all like in support of
That
what
we're
you're
all looking
saying.
at him.
Yeah.
That's us looking at him.
I see. I see.
Okay.
I would
All
not
right.
hold our breaths for a response tonight, though.
Yeah.
It's her birthday.
Birthday party.
It's their motherfucking
birthday.
birthday.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, and tell him it's what Fabian wants for his birthday.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Tell him
Don't
it's
do
what my
that.
friend Oliver
Don't do
wants
that.
for his
Don't
birthday.
do that.
Fabian told me to ask you.
Fabian really wants this, and if you can't do it, it's kind of like spitting in his face.
I had
And-
to
Yeah.
grovel for this. You better
And
fucking be able to make it. I don't beg for anything to anyone ever.
I don't ask for anything in this world.